In the spring of 2016, the Upper Susquehanna Coalition approached the town of Owego about planting a forested riparian buffer somewhere within the park. During this time, the Upper Susquehanna Coalition had just begun coordinating the Trees for Tributaries program in the Chesapeake Bay watershed for the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and were eager to get their feet wet and partners engaged. The park provided prime locations for a buffer planting as both Little Nanticoke Creek and the Susquehanna River run through the park. After conversations with park staff, town officials, and the Tioga County Soil and Water Conservation District, a vacant 1.75-acre location that is adjacent to the park's campground along Little Nanticoke Creek was selected as there was no recreation occurring in this area, and it would save park staff from mowing upkeep required. The USC was on board with the location selected as it would provide benefit to both the town and the goals and the mission of the coalition. So in May of 2016, there were 710 trees planted at the site. Let's back up a little and talk about the what and the why behind the planting of a forested riparian buffer. The term riparian buffer refers to a location that is adjacent to a water body that can be comprised of native trees, shrubs, or even grasses. In the case of Hickories Park, the buffer was planted with a variety of native trees. Benefits of planting a riparian buffer include filtering nutrients, pesticides, or even animal manure from agriculture land runoff. Additionally, it can help in the stabilization of eroding banks, filter sediment from runoff, provide shade, shelter, and food for fish and other aquatic organisms, provide wildlife habitat and corridors for terrestrial organisms, protect cropland and downstream communities from flood damage, and even provide space for recreation. Since the planting of the buffer, the Tioga County Soil and Water Conservation District has been able to watch the buffer mature and grow into a well-established riparian area that is flourishing with natural regeneration. Each year, district staff goes out to the site and conducts a monitoring site visit. During buffer monitoring visits, staff works to take account of the tree species that are identified in the site and compare that to what was originally planted. This allows us to see which species did well and likewise identify species that didn't perform as well too. It also provides an overview of the site survivability. Monitoring and maintenance in the initial years after buffer planting are crucial to survivability and success. This year, this buffer is in its 4th year of monitoring, and many trees can be seen emerge from their tubes. Some trees even have enough girth to have their tubes removed and stand with no additional support. Natural regeneration is also something that is noted throughout the monitoring evaluation that is conducted. The Hickories Park exhibits successful areas of natural regeneration throughout the buffer. Through the process of natural regeneration, seeds are dispersed from sources that are both within the boundaries of the site, but also areas that are in close proximity. This year's monitoring evaluation revealed exactly what can be seen by merely walking by the buffer. Victory. The buffer exhibits roughly a 75% survivability, and there is also much evidence of natural regeneration. The Upper Susquehanna Coalition and the Tioga County Soil and Water Conservation District are very pleased with the progress of this buffer and look forward to the opportunity to engage in other potential success areas that the park can provide. If you're interested in planting a forested riparian buffer on your land, please contact the Tioga County Soil and Water Conservation District by calling 607-687-3553. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook for more conservation projects and funding opportunities.